Hey, 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 everybody. I know I'm running behind. Let's see. Alrighty. I'm trying to get this tablet going so that I can see chats because I cannot see them if um, if they're on the phone. Whew. Happy Friday, everybody. No, I'm running behind, so I'm waiting to see if anybody comes in because I was running behind. I got stuck on top of the mountain. Little and I were getting down that mountain as fast as we could. I was like, I have a live gun, I gotta go. Come on, little. Hey, Kim, can't stay long, just wanted to say hello. Hello, King Pooba, Dustin. Oh, goodness. Are you working tonight, Dustin? But anyhow, so I was running behind. Not too horribly bad, but man, oh man, we were kicking it getting down that mountain. We've been up at the cabin today. Anything and everything that could have went wrong did go wrong. Ah, well, you have a good night and, and try not to get in trouble. Oh, goodness. I'm telling you, I instantly got in the house, came in the bedroom, and threw the stuff together. I'm a filthy mess. I have orange paint all over me from marking paths on the trees to get up to the cabin. It was a climb. Oh, you can barely see the orange paint from here. I got it all over my coat and everything. Leaned up right on the trees, right that I just sprayed. I got it on my camera and on my tripod. Ugh, it was a mess. But now we have a clear view on how to get up to the cabin without having to take that horribly long way. And it was a lot easier coming down also because we just shined the light and found the orange on the trees and came down that way. So the next goal is, now that we've marked the path, the next goal is to put rope to kind of make like a rope banister to hang on to when you're going up through there. But I need a zip line to come down. I have no idea how many feet that is. It'd probably have to be like a zip line and then stop, get off of that zip line and get onto a different zip line. But yeah, an elevator would be great. Oh, so Little had his backpack full of some stuff to take to the cabin, and I had my backpack extra full of stuff to take to the cabin. And then I had my tripod and my camera, which I ended up not even using because by the time we got up there, it was almost dark. And so that didn't work out too well. And so we just did some cleaning up there. I got plastic over the broken window, put no trespassing sign up. We put Little's wind chimes up there, and just this and that. I bought one of those. Hi, Simply Jan Homestead. I bought one of those. What is it? Those plastic zip up covers that you put on beds when you're potty training kids, and on the mattress, And so I got 2 of those, and I took them up there on that old ratty couch that was up there, and I stuffed those, what do you call them? The seat cushions. I stuffed them in those bed covers and zipped it up, and then I'd taken a sheet up with me, so I put the sheet over it too. Hey, Mo Bang for your bucks. Welcome in, welcome in. I know I was running late today. I was telling Dustin we were stuck up on top of the mountain. We were rushing to get back in time to get the live stream going. And look at me, I literally have little briar pieces and stuff stuck in my hair. But orange spray paint where I marked trees all over me. And so we literally just got in the door, and so I was rushing to get on the live stream. But anyhow, we cleaned up a little bit, but there's still a lot of stuff to do. I did put a clock up there and some of the tap lights like we use. I don't have one right here to show you, but they're fantastic. Hold on, I'll get them. There's one right over here. Okay, so these little tap lights, they actually push in here and then push down here to turn them off instead of tapping the middle, like most tap lights. These things take 3 AAA batteries. You hang them up high as far as you can reach and the power goes off, it'll light the room up. And it'll go for like 4 hours, or actually a little bit longer than 4 hours on the 3 batteries. And we just put recharge batteries in them so that we can recharge them. And I took like, I don't know, I think it was about 6 of them up to the cabin and hung them up in there so that I could see what I was doing. And so we brought 2 of them down with us because we forgot to take a flashlight up with us to the cabin. So it lit it up pretty good in there. But let's see, we took that up there. We took a bunch of screws and trash bags and cleaner and all that kind of stuff, some rope. I couldn't get the door shut all the way because it doesn't have a handle on it, which I bought handles. I just could not pack anything else in the backpacks. And so I took some rope up there, and so I tied it on that little padlock latch part on the door, and muscles. Got the stinking door closed all the way. But yeah, so that's what we were doing. But we started off and everything was going wrong. I said, okay, we're gonna take the John Deere mower and we're gonna get as far as we can go up there so that it's less time that we have to carry all of that stuff. Yeah, we didn't make it to even the main garden part. It was all wet and stuff out there. Completely forgot that it poured the rain. And yeah, we were stuck. So I had to put little on there, and I had to push from the front and have him going in reverse to get it unstuck. And so then we tried taking the wagon. Well, the wagon, well, here's what happened. So there was this little briar there. And I'm have my head turned back looking at the wagon, make sure that I'm not going to tip it in this certain spot. And all of a sudden, Little started yelling like crazy. So it freaked me out. I turned real fast, and when I did, I fell right on my butt, right in the mud, totally got soaked. And I said, what? He says, there's a briar. I said, all that drama for a briar, look what you caused. I thought something was wrong. I turned real quick and fell right on my butt. My whole butt was soaking wet. And so then we couldn't get that pulled up any further. I said, nothing ain't working today. So then we get from the front of the goat pen all the way up to where the mountain starts going way, way up. Because we were like from our land, we were trying to go straight up to the cabin, to keep from it taking forever to walk up there. And I wanted to mark the trees so that we would have a path that we wouldn't get lost. And so we got, well, actually, it was halfway in between the goat pen and the part that goes straight up to the cabin. And I said, ah, shoot, I forgot the trash bags and I forgot the broom and dustpan. So I told Little, I said, go on back down there and get me the broom, dustpan, and at least 4 big black trash bags. And I said, and put them in a Walmart bag so that you're not dropping them all over. You know, kids. Well, I walked on up to where the mountain starts going up to the cabin, and I started spray painting the trees with that flagging paint. And then here he comes. No broom, no dustpan. I said, are you kidding me? You literally had 3 things to bring. The dustpan is already connected to the broom. And so anyways, I said, well, forget this. We're going to go on up. If nothing else, we'll at least get the trees marked. Boardman, a.k.a. Kenneth Oaks. Hey, Kenny. Hello, everyone. I am typing through a phone. Is why I'm not tagging everyone by one. Oh, shared the live on Facebook and YouTube community tab. Oh, thank you, Kenny. That's so sweet. You are such a sweetheart. Such a sweetheart. But anyhow, that's what was going on, is just doing that today. I told Little, I said, oh, we are not bringing backpacks full of stuff up through here again, because not even halfway up the mountain, he was whining and stuff, and I can't carry this backpack, and his wasn't nowhere near as heavy as mine. And so I said, hand it here. So I had my backpack on, I had his backpack over this shoulder, I had the camera and the tripod in one hand, and an extra bag of stuff, Walmart bag of stuff in the other hand, and the spray paint can. I felt like a donkey, a pack donkey, packing all that up. Then he turns around and he says, I'm tired. Can you help me? Really? I said, no, you either decide that you're going to make it all the way up the mountain, or you turn around right now and go back down to Daddy. So he did make it all the way up to the top. But yeah, it already looks so much better in there. But yeah, it definitely needs a rope, like a, I don't know what you would call it, you know, kind of like those rope bridges, only without the bridge, so you can hold on to the rope to help get up the mountain, because I ain't getting no 4-wheeler anytime soon. So oh goodness. But yeah, I did put a clock there, and well, we thought that Mark was coming up, because it looked like a flashlight moving and stuff, but so we waited extra time, and then I kept checking, and I think, what's he doing way over there? Is he lost? You know? And then I thought, I hope he don't have that 1,000,000-watt light, which it looks like that's what it was, because the battery's gonna go dead and he's gonna be lost in the woods, and I ain't going to find him. But yeah, so I keep rubbing my eyes because I've gotten everything, a lot of dust and stuff in them. They're bothering me. I'm sorry, I don't mean to, but look at me, I'm a hot mess. Been up in the woods, it started raining on us. Well, before we were anywhere near halfway up to the cabin, so long time no see. Are you talking to me, Kenny? Yeah, it has been a while. Well, I've been trying to get back to doing live streams on Fridays, and I don't know why. StreamYard always puts it at, like, it says like 9 o'clock, when it was actually 10 o'clock. It says EDT or something like that instead of Eastern Standard Time, and I even contacted them about it. I've changed everything on every device that I have to Eastern Standard Time, and it still comes up wrong on StreamYard. So that's why I put in the description Friday nights, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that, because it's always wrong through StreamYard, and I don't know if it shows up right on your end or not, but it said on the TV that it still had an hour to go before we came live, which is not true. Bob 942, hello Bob, welcome in. welcome. But anyhow, yeah. So so now I'm exhausted. Hiked up the stinking mountain again, and then almost ran down it. Let's see. Herbert Doby, you seem to be so sweet. Oh, thank you. Let's see. Good looking hunky. Weren't you in Silence of the Lambs? Well, put the lotion in the bucket. Oh, goodness. No, I'm definitely not Jodie Foster. I'm definitely not even that old. I'm just a hot mess who got stuck in the rain and just hiked down a mountain. So, no. I've got stuff in my eyes. Dust from cleaning up there. Hi. Anyhow, yeah, so I'm sorry if you all get irritated with me messing with my eyes, but they really do have something in them. But yeah, I took the camera up there to record it, to show you all, and then I ended up not recording at all because everything went wrong trying to even get up there. And then when we did get up there, it was like, I'm teasing. Yeah. Then when we get up there, then just other stuff went wrong. And so I said, I am not recording right now. I'm so frustrated. So, so I didn't. But hopefully I can get up there tomorrow and won't have to pack as much stuff. And so maybe then I can get a video so that it will be posted on Monday. Happy weekend, everybody that's came in since it started, where I was saying happy Friday to everyone. Hope your week has went well. Hope your weekend goes better. I'm sitting here, I'm starving. I haven't had anything to eat all day long. Oh no, I take that back. That was a lie. That I did not know was a lie until right then. Little opened up a can of Vienney Weenies and I had 2 of them. That's what I've had to eat all day. But anyhow, see, I feed everybody else around here. I know I rarely feed myself. Oh, y'all. Well, my shirt's probably filthy, but we are sporting Little Frenchie in Big Texas tonight and all day today. So if you haven't subscribed to Ann over at Little Frenchie in Big Texas, then head on over after the live stream and let her know that North and South sent you by. Show her some love. She's very sweet, and she is married to Jake, and his YouTube channel is Nunya20 on the back 40. Nope, Nunya Texas on the back 20. I don't know why I just butchered all that, but it's Nunya Texas on the back 20, and Little Frenchie in Big Texas are their channels. And Oh, other than that, la 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 la. Other than that, not a lot going on today. Just everything not going right. It was almost as if it was a Monday. I always say Mondays suck big time. Even for dinner on Mondays, it's always planned something very simple and quick, because Mondays always suck. And the week before last on Monday, we had shrimp Alfredo with cheddar garlic biscuits. And this past Monday, we had Mark's favorite, which is beef and noodles. So it's always something very simple on Mondays. Could be beef stew and biscuits, or spaghetti, anything like that. Some very, very simple, quick things to put together. But I didn't even make any of that today. I did not make dinner. The boys would just have to go in the refrigerator and pull out some leftovers. Anyone know anything about cows? I'm trying to figure out if my cow is going to have a baby. She's coming 2 years old. The end of this month, actually. And her udders kind of look like they have gotten bigger, but I don't know if 2-year-old heifers, which have never been bred before, if that's just normal looking for them or not. And I am not paying a vet to come out and do an ultrasound or anything. But I've looked online trying to find a channel that maybe has shown the differences, so that you can kind of tell a little better if your cow is actually pregnant or not. I've went on tons and tons of websites, and no one clearly puts it out there. And I mean, I searched so long that I just gave up because I was so tired. But if anybody knows about cows and how to tell that, then please let me know. Oh, or I have a ton of strawberries in pots in the house. And those stinking things are already flowering and starting to make strawberries. I said, whoa, you're trying to start a little bit early here. It's not time for that yet. But my other little plants, little seedlings, are doing good. They are on the shelf. Keep an eye on the udders and try to milk her. I mean, they don't look huge, like, well, we have goats. Goats, I know. Cows, not so much. We've never had a cow on the land that has had a baby before, so this is the first time. And we got these and raised them as bottle babies. And so she's been in with the bull all this time. And her udders do look like they are getting bigger, but not like, oh yeah, she's full of milk type thing. They don't look like that. But yeah, I don't know if cow udders get really, really full like goat udders do, where you can definitely tell that they need milked, or not. But yes, thank you. I will have to try that. I'm sorry, but I have to go. Oh, Jan. Thanks for stopping in. I'm exhausted anyways. We are definitely cutting this at 1 hour tonight, because I mean, look at me. I am totally exhausted. I hiked up a stinking mountain again today, carrying all those backpacks and stuff. I am wore out. And I need to eat something. My eyes. I need to flush my eyes out or something. But thank you for coming in, Jan. I love you, dear. I had posted on there that if anybody wanted to come up on the panel to let me know ahead of time. And I got in so late, I did not even check to see if anyone had messaged. I'm horrible, aren't I? I'm totally unprepared today. Totally. Let me go ahead and check that, make sure that I'm not missing anybody. Because that would not be good. Is she showing the same signs as the goats when they are pregnant? She's kind of taking her head and going back and hitting her side every now and then, and, kind of biting at it a little. But other than that, the bull is not interested in her. So I'm guessing that she is. I'm hoping that she is, because I was really afraid that as long as she has been in with that bull, that that she ended up being a free martin, because we got her from a guy who buys a bunch of cows and the babies from dairies, and then he sells them. And so I thought, oh, maybe she's a free martin, and that I would never get babies out of her. And that was the whole point of getting her, was to get babies, of course, and make her a milk cow. But that's been my concern all this time. And then now, all of a sudden, she's looking like she is getting bigger. So hopefully, because it would be nice if she is. Has her belly gotten bigger? She looks huge, but the bull looks pretty big too. Oh, excuse me. I waited too long to get a drink. And now she does look bigger than him. I mean, she is sticking out. But again, so does he, but just not as much as her. So I'm really, really hoping. Okay, I don't see that anyone has left a message. So, oh, I'm sorry. Oh, shoo, I tell you. You don't know how out of shape you are until you go hiking up a mountain with backpacks on. At one point, I thought, I am not going to make it to the top here. I was right down from the cabin is the little road that I showed you on the last video. And so at that road, it goes down some more, and then and I was like so far away from that road, and he had already went up to the cabin, and so I was yelling at him to come down to get his backpack, because I just could not carry it another step. Well, I was meeting him up at the little road part. Excuse me. And so he kept saying, why? And I said, just get down here. I literally could not imagine having to take any more steps with all of those backpacks and stuff once I hit that road. And so I barely made it up there. And then when I got to the road, I had to wait on him because he was hauling around. And so I rested just a little bit. I had all the backpacks off and everything laying on the ground, and then he got down there, and so he carried his, and I was never so glad to get to that cabin and dump them backpacks and get them all emptied out. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, let's see. I'm trying to read it, but there's something in my eye and it's hard to read. It keeps going blurry like. Keep an eye on those things for now. If she's acting like the goats are when they are pregnant, if her udders are getting bigger and they're milking, and her stomach is getting bigger, she's pregnant. It's all gone. Excuse me. Well, I seen this thing where they said if her belly looks like she swallowed a barrel sideways, then she's pregnant. Well, we keep looking, and one minute we look at her and that's what she looks like. I mean, it's really sticking out and, you know, around there. And then here comes Texas behind her, and you're like, well, he's almost as big as her. You know. And so I mean, it really changes and stuff. So it's like, I don't know, does she have a barrel look or not? Sometimes she does and sometimes she don't. And you know, we haven't seen him trying to mount her or anything. We haven't seen any evidence of him mounting her. So hopefully, because I really have been concerned that I put all this time and money into her and then she's going to end up being a free Martin. So I really, really hope so. Of course, I know not a lot about, I'm not sure if I need to move the bull out from there or not. He's a nice bull. You know, we got him as a bottle calf and bottle fed him and stuff and raised him up. So he's not bad, but I'm just not sure if I should leave him in there or not. But oh goodness. Oh man, I had some hang on a second. Okay, so we always do quirky jokes. Quirky, weird, funny, sometimes silly, sometimes so bad that they're funny jokes. And so I heard one the other day that says, so here's your joke. What's the difference between a conspiracy theory and the truth? About 6 months. That's the answer. It's a little corny, a little quirky. All right, so another thing is I am a comment reader. I love reading the comments on other people's videos and on our videos and everything. And so a lot of times I'll comment back and I'll say, oh, that was such a great comment. That was the best comment I've read all night or whatever. I go through comments like crazy. I love reading them to see what other people are saying and talking about and stuff. So I wrote a couple of them down that I thought were pretty interesting comments. So this comment came from Doopsie Daisy, and they wrote on Alaska Preppers under one of his videos. And their comment was, if you can catch about 100 fire ants, red fire ants, and 100 black ants, and put them in the same jar, not much will happen until you shake the jar vigorously and dump them on the ground. The red ants will attack the black ants, and the black ants will attack the red ants, and they will devastate each other. The thing is, the red ants think the enemy is the black ants, and the black ants think the enemy is the red ants. And all those ants put together never do figure out that the real enemy is the guy who shook the jar. And I thought that was a pretty good comment. And so This next comment that I wrote down, this is from, I'll not say their last name, but their first name is Terry. And they left a comment on Appalachian Homesteading with Tara. And so, she's been talking about if you haven't stocked up, you should, and you shouldn't be discouraging other people because you're not the one that's going to sit and watch their family starve if you're wrong. So, so this person had left this comment under one of her videos, and they say, grain farmer here. The decision on our grain crop was made in January. What you speak of is true. None of our corn or soybeans will go to market. We are keeping everything we grow for our family and our cattle. We farm for ourselves this year. And it was talking about, all the farmers and that they're not going to be able to grow stuff this year because they can't get what they need. And then other places like Texas is having a drought and everything, which affects everything that they can grow, and so on and so forth. A lot of someone in the Oval Office stood up and said, yes, there's going to be a famine, there's going to be food shortages, and they blamed Russia. When all of us homesteaders have known this has been coming for a lot of years, had nothing to do with Russia at all, but it got blamed on them. So if you've been around the channels, prepper channels, the homesteading channels, farming channels, anything like that, then for years you have heard about the issues that they've been having with growing their crops and all the losses that has been happening. Excuse me, not just here in the United States, but in other countries. Italy, for example, had to import olives for the first time ever because their crops were so bad. And this has been happening for quite some time in other countries with other different things. You cannot control nature. You cannot control the weather. You cannot control the pests and stuff that goes by and all this other stuff. And so things happen. And if you've ever tried to grow a garden and you've tried to grow a garden for at least 4 or 5 years in a row, then you know this. Stuff happens. You cannot predict if it's going to be too dry that year, or if your plants are going to get too much water, or the pests are just going to go crazy and eat half of your garden. You just don't know. I mean, there's a lot of variables that goes into it. And so that's why farmers and homesteaders and stuff always talk about if you get a bumper crop in your garden and stuff, can it all, preserve it all, because you don't know what the next few years are going to bring. You may not get much of anything off of them the next couple of years, and so you did all the canning and stuff on the good years. So anyhow, in the video and stuff, that's what they were talking about. And they were also talking about all the homesteaders who grow gardens and stuff, and other people, always giving comments that, well, if the crap hits the fan, then I'll just go to their house, or they grow a garden, I'll just go get food from them. And how about all the homesteaders who take their produce and stuff to farmers markets and such, or do CSAs and things like that. And she was saying, well, homesteaders, they started homesteading for their family, and then with the excess of stuff, that's when they started selling it at farmers markets and stuff like that. But they had their stuff first, And this is so true. And now you see it even with a big farmer who farms corn and soybeans and also raises cattle. Is they were saying they're farming for themselves this year. They're not selling any of it to anyone else. It's going to feed them and their animals. And so this is true, you know. It's always good to know the homesteaders and stuff in your area and buy from them. Hedgehog's Homestead. Welcome in, welcome in. Hi there, Kim. My name is Laura. Yes, I know you, Laura. And so I lost my train of thought. Okay, so yeah, it's always good to know the homesteaders and stuff. And if the crap hits the fan and you can't get food at the grocery store, then you can wheel and deal with a homesteader. You're going to get better quality stuff most of the time, anyways. And you know, I'm not opposed to buying stuff at the supermarket that I don't know how it was processed or grown or anything like that, because food is food and you need it in your house because you never know when you're going to have a bad growing season and you want to make sure that your family is taken care of. But on our homestead, we grow everything organic. We don't put any chemicals and stuff like that on our stuff or our land. So, you know, I'm not a snob when it comes to food. I just need it in there for when I need it. But, you know, ahead of time and stuff, yeah, you can, you know, if you don't want to eat the nasty tasting tomatoes in the grocery stores, find a homesteader. Get really good tasting tomatoes from them. They'll sell the excess and stuff. And if they know that you're coming, then they may plant extra to make up for that. But when it comes down to it, if you've never bought from a homesteader or anything like that, and it comes down to everybody needs to take care of themselves because you can't get it from the grocery stores and stuff, then you better believe that those homesteaders, they are going to feed their family first. And then whoever comes to barter or whatever with them on the excess stuff, then that's a different story. But let me tell you, it's not just the food that homesteaders will put away and preserve for themselves first. They also have animals. Those animals require food. And when you are growing a garden and stuff, a lot of that food goes to the animals to cut feed cost for them. And so you may not get anything from a homesteader then also. But anyways, that's what that comment was about, where the farmer was saying, you know, they are not taking any of their grains to the market this year, that they are farming for themselves this year, for their family, and feeding their family and their cattle from everything that they grow. And homesteaders would do the same thing. So if you haven't planted a garden yet, do so. If you have no room to plant a garden, go stock up at the stores. I was just watching something, I don't remember where it was, but they were saying a lot of people were lined up at, hi there, Warren, welcome in, welcome in. They were lined up at, some place was having a food giveaway, and said that the cars were lined up for miles. So sheesh. Yep. But you know, again, the preppers and the homesteaders and the farmers and stuff, they've been telling people for years. And what's weird about it is Mark was at work the other day, and he had just, you know, was talking to one of the guys that he works with, and he says, you know, have y'all been stocking up on food and stuff? And the person says, oh, that's just a bunch of crap. I mean, there's no food shortages or anything like that. And so then Mark came home from work, and he was telling me about it. And I said, well, you know, the funny thing is, the president just got on television and said that there was a food shortage and that there's going to be a famine, and you know, people starving and stuff. So I said, well, maybe their eyes will open now when the president finally said something about it, even though all the homesteaders and stuff have been talking about it for years that it's coming. But maybe now they will wake up and feed their family, because starvation is not a nice thing. But anyhow, I guess I've rambled on about that enough. MT Homestead in the house. Hello, hello, welcome in. I was just ranting about stuff that I'd heard. And I like to read everybody's the comments that everybody leaves on other people's videos and stuff. And so I had wrote a couple of them down and read them off. So that's where that all came from, was all from that comment about them keeping all the stuff that they grew up this year for themselves. But anyways, yeah. And I think the ant comment, it was also about, you know, people getting shook up and put against each other and stuff, when it's not the people at all. It's the person who shook the jar. Same difference. But knowing the difference is a whole nother story. And what Paul Harvey, and there's the rest of the story, or here's the rest of the story. Oh goodness. But and I might have to take a very, very hot shower tonight. My muscles are getting sore. But anyhow, that's about what's going on. Not a lot, but I'm going to try to have another video posted on Monday. Probably working on the cabin. Love him. Yeah, Paul Harvey. Yeah. Fantastic storyteller. But anyhow, Monday there should be a video posted about the cabin, if I have it in me to walk back up there, y'all. I'm telling you, it is a hike. I hate to go up there putting like a rope banister, pull rope, whatever you want to call it. You know what I need is, oops, landing there, coughing. One of those tow ropes at ski resorts, where it's usually on the bunny hill, where they're teaching little kids how to ski. You just hold on to it and it pulls you back up the hill. I need one of them. Put some skis on. Ski up the dirt. And then a zip line to zip on back down. That's what I need. Although I do think that a four-wheeler would probably be much cheaper. So then I think the weather is supposed to be bad this weekend, but I think we were going to try to finish getting the greenhouse put back together. And then I've got the front where the fence line was to get back together, and I need to I need to do something with my blackberries. I was going to pull them all up, and I was going to put the weed barrier fabric down, and I was going to, you know, realign them, put them on that, and all of that. But I think that what we are going to do, because we always run behind on time. We have good intentions, but then weather or this and that kicks us in the butt every year, and we never get something done on time when it needs to be done. And last year we actually meant to do that with the blackberries, and then it just got too late. And so this year, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go and get a bunch of mulch, throw over all the weeds and stuff out there, let them fruit, and then right after they're done fruiting, just whack them all down, and that way they'll have plenty of time for new growth. And then from there, then I'll have time to, move them in the fall once they've stopped growing, and put them on the weed barrier. Let's see, I've seen some comments, but they went away. Let's see, we still have to get our greenhouse up. Yeah, see, things happen. I understand totally. We have projects piling up. Yes, we do too. We always have projects piling up. And it's like we never get a hand on them. But by the end of the season, we've got a whole to-do list all crossed off, but it's still like you still have 3 more pages of stuff. It's like, are we ever going to get this done? Now, the greenhouse was our fault because it just needed the new greenhouse plastic put on it. But then I decided that I wanted it and another cattle panel longer, and that I wanted it raised up higher. So we took it apart to do that, and it has not been back together yet. Let's see, still here listening and watching in the background the whole time. Oh, okay, Kenny. Let's see, everybody saying hi to Kenny. But yeah, well, we've got the temporary posts inside with the girl goats, and I haven't got the wire on it yet to get them used to an electric fence again, because they've been just in normal fencing for quite some time now. So I don't want to put them out in the big area that we're trying to fence off, so that they can deal with all that kudzu out there and stuff for us, without them respecting the electric fence. And I still haven't done that yet. However, the fencing that I have for that is just the cheap stuff from Tractor Supply. It's just poly wire, and apparently it's not worth buying at all. But I'm going to go ahead and use it because I've had it for so long I can't return it now, because Tractor Supply only lets you return something after you bought it for so long. And so I did go online and I bought the good stuff. I bought 2 rolls of the poly braid, and that's the good stuff that what's his name, Greg Judy uses on his farm, and he says it's really, really good stuff. And so it's not came in the mail yet, so I can't actually string the new fencing, but I'm going to just use the cheap stuff to get the girl goats used to the electric fence again. Oh, and yeah, there's something else that went wrong today. Before well, as we were heading to go up to the cabin, we were getting close to the goat pen that has the girls in it, and all of a sudden these big hawks were swarming around up there, and I said, oh my goodness. The new baby was out with his mama, and he is teeny tiny and don't weigh much of nothing. I mean, he's the smallest Nigerian dwarf we've ever had on this land. I mean, he is tiny. And even most of the babies, they have to still yet bend down to nurse off of their mama. He don't. He's little. But they were swarming like crazy. There was a bunch of them, and I said, oh my goodness, they're getting ready to grab that baby. So I hurried up and unlocked the gate and ran in there and had to catch him, which of course all of the goats start taking off running, because I'm like, they're gonna get the baby, I gotta hurry. And so finally he got tuckered out, because he's not very old at all. And so I was able to grab a hold of him and then I got him inside, all safe and secure. And as soon as I got him in, all the hawks went away. So they were definitely after that baby goat. Free Henley maid in the house. Hello, Niecy. Welcome in, welcome in. But yeah, that was a little scary. But as soon as I seen them, it was like, oh no. And again, everything was going wrong today. Everything was causing me to have to delay doing stuff. And then by the time I got out there, then that's when I seen those hawks, and I was thinking, well, thank goodness that I wasn't already on top of the mountain then, because they would have gotten that little baby, and because there's no way I would have been able to get down quick enough from the mountain to rescue him. So sometimes when stuff holds you back and delays you during the day, it's a good thing. Not always, but it's a good thing. It saved his little life today. But yeah, as soon as I got him and started taking him to his little building, I looked up and they left. So they were absolutely going after him. And goats don't really spend a lot of time looking up, so none of the mommies were paying any attention. But yeah. So that happened today. Black's Tropical Homestead. Hello, welcome in. Hello, beautiful soul sisters, soul brothers, and soul sisters in the chat. Many blessings to you all. Right back at ya. Welcome in, welcome in. Yeah, sometimes it's God. Yeah. Yep. For sure. Putting roadblocks in your way to get you in the right place at the right time. Or keeping you away from something that just happened. Free Henley maid from Laura. Everybody's saying hello to Black's Tropical Homestead. Oh. I really don't mean to be rude, but I am just exhausted. And I am hungry. If y'all start hearing my belly growl, I'm sorry. Oh, goodness. All right. Well, it is 11:02. I think I turned this on at 10:05 because I was trying to get in the house as quick as possible. Little about knocked me down the mountain several times. Don't move. Hold on to that tree and don't move. Let me move out of your way, son. And he slid down about right into me several times, about knocked me down. My feet started sliding. I'm like, sheesh, are you trying to push me off the mountain? But yeah. And then he he calls it the Mudslide Area. And it's really just a steep part that has really loose dirt there. So when you step on it, you go sliding. And so the last couple of times that we went, he's just got on his butt and just slid down. And so I was telling him, come on, we gotta go. And he says, I want to slide down. You really need one of them snow sleds. That would be really fun right there. The little kid ones, not the round one, not the disc, the longer ones, just the plastic ones. Because you do slide really well right there. But yeah, I'm like, sheesh, you're gonna run right into me. You're gonna cause me to slide down this mountain. But he was filthy. It had rained. not a whole lot, but enough to get stuff wet. And he sat right down in it and slid down it on his butt. But yeah, he likes it though. I don't know. I was checking out. Have y'all ever seen those PVC roller slides? Those are pretty cool. And I thought, man, that would be so fun up at the cabin to have one of them and to come all the way down the mountain on it. But those things are expensive to make, though. And these one people, they just made just a kid one, that wasn't any taller than the top of a swing set. And they said something about that was $800 or something like that to build that. But oh man, if I knew a place to get the PVC and stuff for free, I would definitely build one. But I was thinking, oh, what we need to do is we need to fix that cabin up and just kind of like open it up to YouTube people to, who's brave enough to climb this mountain. Climb it, and you can stay in the cabin here and sign a little ledger or something, saying like, such and such YouTube channel or such and such YouTube viewer, has climbed the mountain and has stayed there and stuff. I don't know, but I thought, well, it needs to have some neat stuff there. And how fun would like a zip line or one of those PVC roller slides or something be to fit in there. and my brain goes wild. I'm like, oh, well, if we curve the path like this and that, then it would kind of make it a little easier. And then at certain spots, then make a little setting area to rest and stuff at, and then have each one themed a little different theme, and to have pretty little lights going and stuff there. And I'm like, my electric bill would be $10 million because it's trees. You can't run solar lights in it. They'd never get any sunshine. But yeah, my mind was going wild. And I'm like, okay, how am I going to decorate this cabin and stuff? Should I go like wildlife theme and this and that, or just natural tones, or make it really fancy looking inside or whatever. So my mind keeps going on all that and everything. And then I'm like, okay, I need to build an outdoor shower and an outdoor kitchen for it and all this different stuff. And I'm like, what are you doing? We have no way to pack wood and stuff up there. So I'm like, okay, well, how could I do it with the little trees? I could like cut some of the smaller trees and stuff and use them as posts and stuff, and build it like that. Build a little outdoor shower and build a little outdoor kitchen and stuff. And in this flat spot here, that would be a great place to have the little campfire things and benches on a picnic table. And yeah, my mind's going wild on it. Oh, goodness. Well, everything is nowadays. Oh, expensive? Is that what you were saying, Laura? I think that's what you were saying. Oh, I'm gonna butcher your name. I always do. But welcome in, and I think it's uh, you know who you are. Can you write it in parentheses, sounding it out for me, because I always say it wrong. But welcome in. We are LOL. Sounds like fun. Yes. Well, it would be I would like it to be fun and interesting. The Dyson's Crazy Adventure. Hello, hello, welcome in. Yeah, but I would like it to be a lot of fun, and to get people out. And Lila, she was saying, that you'd need a side by side to get her up the mountain, that she couldn't hike all the way up there or anything like that. And so I was like, yeah, well, that would be good to have, for anybody who wanted to stay there that couldn't actually do the hike. But for those that did want to hike it, to just have some kind of cool things here and there. But it went away. Let's see. Got to go. God bless. Good night, Laura. Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, we're getting ready to end the live stream here real soon, anyways. But yeah, it would be fun to have like all kinds of neat stuff up there. I've got to head out and get dinner. Have a blessed night, everyone. Thank you for coming in, Warren. I'm getting ready to get off of here and go eat. Also, I desperately need some food in me. I don't know if you were in when I said or not. The only thing that I've had to eat all day was 2 of the little weenies out of a Viany weenie can, a little open one up, and I got 2 of them out of there, and that's all I've had all day long. So I am starving. We are getting a cold snap right now. Spring back to winter, when spring, then spring again, aka the Midwest. It's doing the same thing here too. It a few days ago it was beautiful out, and then yesterday it was like brr outside, and today you needed a coat on again. So yeah, it plays games like that in the springtime, doesn't it? Until it finally decides to warm up. Little was saying the other day he wanted to go outside in his playground, and I said, you have to have a coat on, get your socks and boots and coat on. And he's like, but it's springtime. And I said, yeah, it's at the end of winter, the beginning of spring. It's going to play a lot of tricks on you for a little bit. And today is one of those days. So he wasn't happy about it, but then when he got out there, he seen that it was quite chilly out. So have a good night, Warren. God bless you too. Let's see. That's not enough food. I know. And I'm feeling it too. I definitely need to go eat. Well, like I say, everything went wrong today. I fed everybody else, but then I was in the middle of doing stuff, and then I got sidetracked, and then I just didn't take the time to eat, and then I wanted to head up to the cabin to start working on it, and things were going wrong with that too, trying to get up there. So yeah, it's just one thing after another today, and I didn't I didn't eat yet. So definitely got to do that. Let's see. I've seen the chat moving. I just don't know what it says. I have to read it down here on the iPad. Let's see. Code snaps again. Read that. That's not enough food. I know. I know. Dyson's Crazy Adventure. We had our windows open all day here, all day today here in Utah. Well, we've been sleeping with our window open almost all winter long. But I know we've never done that before. But yeah, I don't know if you can hear the fan going in the background, but we have the window open right now, and it is, let's see if it says what temperature it is. It is 43 degrees right now, and it says feels like 38. So yeah, it's 43 degrees right now. And it didn't get a lot warmer than that today. So yeah. But Yeah, it keeps playing games on us. It just reminds me, don't get too many seed trays started because it's still way too early. I don't know what I was thinking, but I planted calendula a couple of weeks ago. And I said, oh my goodness, what was my brain thinking? Why would I ever do such a thing? Because calendula grows quite quickly. And like they were sticking out like this much, and I'm like, they're just going to die off. And sure enough, they did. I could not believe that I had done something like that. I don't even know why I would, but I did. But way too early to be getting a lot of the other stuff done. Of course, I've got my peppers and stuff started because peppers take forever. But yeah, all the other stuff, the weather just reminds you, don't go hog wild planting all the stuff. 61 right now. Wow. Must be nice. We'll get there. Not too much longer. I think this coming week it's supposed to be in the 70s several times through the week, but it's still getting pretty chilly at night though. I think one of the nights it's supposed to be down to like 27 or something like that, and it's like sheesh. But then from there it'll start going up. April is usually pretty warm and mild and not dropping down too much. However, still not warm enough to put plants outside unprotected because we still will frost. And our fruit trees, they've all been tricked again. They all blossomed, and we will get another hard frost. And I will not get any fruit again. If I do, I would be shocked. I have not started because it still can get cold here till June. Oh, yeah. Well, our last frost date used to be May 9th. And, so we could plant stuff out there. And before that, and usually be okay. But, you were still being a little risky then. But the last couple of years, well, last year it was it was right at the end of May before the frost finally decided to stop to where we could put stuff out. But the year before that, it was literally the first week of June. We've never had to wait that long to get stuff in the garden, but it just kept frosting and stuff. And I'm not one to go out and cover things up and then be up at the butt crack of dawn to uncover them so your plants don't all die. That's not me. So I wait until I can just get them in the ground and not have to worry about it. But yeah, it was the first week of June. So last year was a little bit earlier, but not compared to when we're actually supposed to be able to plant them outside. How long did it take to get fruit after you planted your trees? Those trees, some of them are, I can't remember if we planted them the first year that we moved here or a couple of years after we moved here. I said on another video that we've been here for 11 years. Oh, on the cabin video that we've been here for 11 years, and that's the first time I'd ever been up to the cabin. That is not actually right. We've been here 12 years, not 11. And so the trees down there, they range from anywhere from 12 until just last year. We have a horrible time trying to keep methyl plums alive, and I buy them and buy them and buy them, and they just die off all the time. And so last year I planted another one, although I did see the other day that it did not die. I thought that it did because it was looking extremely rough. And then fall time came and it lost its leaves, and I thought, this tree is not going to make it. And so the other day I was out there and I checked on it, and it is getting buds, so it's still alive right now. So the trees, they vary in age and how long they've actually been planted down there. So from 12 until just last year. And a couple of them were just planted 2 years ago, but they were already two to 3 year old trees. They're already taller than me in the little bucket things that they come in. And those are apricots and nectarines and crabapple tree. I wanted a crabapple tree because I've never had crabapple jelly or anything like that, but I wanted a crabapple tree on our land because that's what they use to make pectin out of for all your jellies and jams and stuff. So I wanted to be able to make my own. So I planted a crabapple tree along with the other two. So they're not too horribly old. Let's see. How long did it take to get fruit after you planted your trees? Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that's what it was. But now, like the second or third year, I can't really remember which one, that we had planted the orchard. One of our plum trees was absolutely loaded with plums. I mean, heavily loaded with plums. And so we were getting ready to go to Myrtle Beach on vacation. And I said, oh, I'm going to enjoy picking all those when we get back. When we got back, it looked like that tree had never had a piece of fruit on it before. There was no evidence on the ground of any plums ever being there. There was no evidence on the trees. Every plum on the tree was gone. And it's never had plums on it since. Because it blooms and then it gets frosted out. But yeah, it's happened every year since then. It's got its blossoms and then a frost comes in, knocks them all out. And yep, that was the one time that it was completely loaded with plums. Let's see. I didn't know pectin came from crab apples. My sister-in-law has 3 big crabapple trees. There you go. Now there are 2 different crabapple trees if somebody's going to buy one from like Lowe's or something like that. They're the ornamental, which does not fruit. And then there's the actual regular crabapple tree that does fruit. So you do want to know the difference if you go to buy one and you're wanting crab apples. But yes, that's what pectin comes from, is from crab apples. It has the highest amount of pectin in it. Yeah. And that's why they use crab apples. But yes, and pectin is not all that cheap in the stores if you can a whole lot of jelly or jams throughout the year. So to be able to can your own, you make a liquid pectin. If you had one of those freeze dryers, you could probably turn it into powder yourself. But then you'd have to play around with it and figure out, how many teaspoons or whatever you would need in it. Hers fruits, it went away. Hers fruits, she fed the birds last year. Yeah. It happens. I'm really hoping that we get a good harvest on our orchard this year, because it has just been so bad for years now. And we got pears. It wasn't last year, it was the year before. And then last year everything got froze out. We didn't get anything on any of the fruit trees. But yeah, it's just the weather. It's been so weird that it tricks the trees. They blossom and then boom, they get froze out. And all the buds die. Yeah. But we have let's see, we have several kinds of apple, from Pink Lady all the way down to normal Jonathan and Golden Delicious, Red Delicious, Granny Smith, all of those. And then we have plum trees. We have at least 3 varieties of plum trees. And then we have pear trees, and of course we have different varieties of them. And we have peach trees and apricot, nectarine, crabapple, and then there's a mystery one down at the bottom. When I ordered it, I knew what it was, but it was just literally a little twig with roots. And the tag came off of it. I have no idea where it was. So I just planted it and said, well, eventually we will find out what this tree is. Well, haven't found out yet, but it will be there. Okay, I've got to get little man to bed, and I'm exhausted. Sweet dreams, everyone. Good night, Niecy. Thanks for coming in. I keep saying I'm going to get off here too, but then my mouth keeps running. My neighbor has peach and nectarine trees and lets me come and take what I want every year. Oh, that is wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. Now we have citrus trees, but we're in Kentucky, so you can't have citrus trees outside. But I do have them in big flower pots, and about break your back bringing them in in the fall and taking them back out after the last frost is over with. But they flowered, and I've got some what looks like limes. Again, tag came off. They've been in those pots for years. So I'm not sure which one is which until they're ready to pick. But I think that they're either lemon lime or lemon lime or lemon. But the other ones are tangerines and oranges. So hopefully we'll get enough, but we'll never, they're not going to get huge, so we'll never get a ton of stuff off of them, but some is better than none. But anyhow, yeah, and then we've got, well, we have a persimmon tree, of course, walnut trees and stuff like that. And then we have mulberry trees, and then we have all of our grapevines and goji berries and blackberries and raspberries and strawberries and all that fun stuff. So we have lots of fruit and berries, but the trees, they're just, who knows when we'll actually get a really good harvest out of them. And I'm thinking maybe it's just the area that they're in, because why would that happen every single year? And a lot of those trees are, they'll have probably about that big of a trunk and stuff on them, so they're good size. And then they, of course, go down smaller compared to, to how old the tree actually is. But yeah, they should be putting on loads of food. And I'm wondering if it's just where they are. Is it because it's kind of at a down slope? Is that what the problem is, that they're getting froze out? Do I need to move them or what? Who knows? But okay, y'all. I love you all. You are fabulous friends. I thank you for coming in and spending some time with us tonight. And hope your weekend is super fantastic. And make sure to come hang out with us on Friday nights, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I know that StreamYard always puts the time on wrong. So you just have to write it down or remember it. Because I have worked with them on it, and for whatever reason we cannot get it fixed. It always tells the wrong time. But it is Friday nights, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So y'all have a great night. Thanks for being here. We love you. We enjoy spending time with you. And I'll see you on the next one. On Monday, we will have another video posted. And if you haven't subscribed, please do so. My analysis says that most of the people that watch our videos are not even subscribed to us. So if you like watching our videos and you're not subscribed, please smash that subscribe button and ring the bell so that you get notified when we upload new videos. Got here just in time. Ron Daryl Adventures. Oh goodness, Ron. Yeah, we're getting out of here. I said I was going to try to keep it at 1 hour because I'm exhausted. I've got dust or something in my eye that's bothering me. I'm starving because all I had was 2 viney weenies all day today. And hiked up a mountain and back down again. So I'm definitely going to get off here. But yeah, for sure, come spend some time with us. We go live Friday nights, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But I have got to get off here. My stomach is literally growling now. So y'all have a great night, and we love you. Bye-bye.